Scott and Chris are back for part 4 of our Star Wars X-Wing Vassal tutorial. And what we're going to do now is we're going to show you how to actually go online, look for a game, and connect to a game. And we're going to go through some of the actual in-game tactics and maneuvers just to show you how they look. So I'm going to click look for a game online. Already loaded Vassal. I've loaded my Star Wars X-Wing version 4.1. Already have done all my extensions and everything like we saw in part 1. And I'm going to click on finish. So now I'm actually online and I see, so I'm wapcaplets and I see my friend Mr. Froggies.
All right, so I have this sort of blue icon, this little blue exclamation point. That means I'm looking for a game. So when you see someone like that, it means that they want to play. So you can stuff in your sort of main screen to, say hello and play, and whatever. And then, yes, I do. So and there's a place where it says new game. You basically make a room. And you can see I've made a new basically folder for us to play in.
So what I do, so Scott made this room called WAP versus Frog. So I click and I say join room. So you're going to see right now I'm in the main room and Scott's appeared because he created that room. He could only be in one room at a time. So I'm going to right click and say join room. And now it's going to ask me which side I want to be. So Scott's already player 1, so I'm going to pick player 2. And a fish. And we are in room. So WAP versus Frog. And go. My video, I don't have the greatest video card in the whole wide world, so my screen didn't refresh, but everything is, I'll just minimize it and bring it back up and it'll look fine. There we go.
Do you see my ships in there?
No, but in order to do that, what I can do is I can highlight Mr. Froggies and click on it and say synchronize. I'm going to see is done. So I'll say no to save this game. See ships.
So did you open the map?
Oh, that would help. There. This is a tutorial, folks.
Yeah.
So, oh great. That's putting the Millennium Falcon. This is going to be fun.
Wow,
So,
this is just I have.
I guess a bit smaller and shrink it down. So they got force on the map. Actually, I'll make it a little bit bigger for right now.
All right. So I'm going to move my guys, and I'll move them down here, and then I'll move them off the board, and you can load your list.
So I'm going to click on File and Load Continuation. And if you watched Part 3, you'll know that I created this log file with my 2 TIE interceptors and 3 fighters. So I'm going to highlight it and say Open. And then I'm going to click through. And there are my guys. So I am player 2, right, Scott?
Yes.
So I'm going to click on player 2 to bring up my hand. And I'm going to draw move this down a bit. I'm going to drop my actual pile cards up here.
Expand mine out horizontally, make it long, and I can just grab all of those cards and drop them in one go.
And then I've got my card here. We'll just do it quick and dirty for now. And then I will move my dials in, and I'm going to pay a little bit of attention as to where I put my dials because it matters.
Your dials are named, so you can, they're the same as your
right
as your guys.
So see, Night Beast, Dark Curse, yeah, for the fine work that Scott did. So I've got my stuff. I'm going to move my ship's actual map too. I'm going to make the map bigger so we can see everything.
So now in the pieces area, there are asteroids. Oops, I keep closing mine. And they're chits. So you can grab asteroids.
So just where Scott's grabbing those from, in the pieces, we're going to take chits, and then there's the asteroids tab. So Scott's going to drag those onto our map for us.
Yes, and normally, we each just take turns grabbing some and just putting them. If you want to grab another one, grab 6.
I'll grab 5 and onto the map.
And then I'm gonna grab 4, and I'll put that right there. Now, you can do this point, and then you can see. Okay, because asteroids have to be more than range 1 away from each other, and just click on it again, and it disappears. But just up on the top of the map, there's Rebel and Imperial, and there's a sort of line with 2 dots. That's to get that sort of range. Yep, perfect. C3, I'm going to do there.
So I'll pick number 1, and I'll put it there.
Okay. So then now we would place our ships. Your ship is 5, right?
I've got 2 5s. I've got Winged Gundark and Dark Curse. Oh, he's a 6.
Okay.
I've got Night Beast, I believe. Yeah, they're 5s. So I will put. So how do I?
My guy is a 2.
Oh, you're rookies. Okay.
And then I have Biggs, who is a 5. So put
I'm going to grab a template out of the.
Go ahead and actually initiative, since you're the Imperials. You can put your 2 5s, and then I'll put my 5 down.
Movement. I need a monitor. So where are the actual range templates?
It's in. Go to Imperial.
That's right, because it's specific.
And
ruler.
It's range ruler. There you go.
Okay, so I'm going to highlight my range ruler. Around. Bring this map up so that people can see it. I'm going to put this here. Within range 1, and I'm not going to think too hard about this. I'm going to put Night Beast here. And Winged Gundark right next to him.
All right. And then I put I'm going to put my big right there. And then Lando is a 7, so I think everybody but Suntir.
Yeah, so I'll put dark over here. Turner next to him. And then place Lando.
I'll place Lando like that. There we go.
And I'll put the Baron with friends over here.
Alrighty, and then we take these off. We should probably have some movement dials. Let's see. I want to check something.
So what I'm going to do is we're going to put our movement dials we're going to set them in our hand.
Yep.
So you how to do that. So I'll zoom in to my movement dials a bit bigger. So because of the time Scott took to make these, I've got my movement dials, as you can see here, all named. And so I'm going to go Sunterfell. So I've got Sunterfell, Turfenner, and Night Beast, or Darkness, I mean, over here. So I'm going to put those guys forward. So I'm going to select move. So you can either right click or you can go right left on the keyboard by highlighting the movement dial and do period or comma. So I'm going to hit the period on my keyboard. It's going to cycle through my maneuvers. So I want 5 straight forward. And a comma will probably go there quicker. Yeah. So for those 3, I want 5 straight forward. So now I drop this on the board as is because that's just going to show Scott what I'm doing. And I don't give Scott any help because he's really so I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to say, how do you flip it over? Is it R, the reveal?
Control R, reveal, yeah. So you should see a little icon of your ship on your dial. I mean, it's hidden.
Okay, so I'm going to put this one on the board. So because it's my view, I can see what it is. If you look down here, Scott's got all his movement dials set. I'm going to zoom this in just so people can see really well. Scott's got, this is the Millennium Falcon's movement dial. Now, contrast it with mine. Here's the whole dial because this is my screen being shared. On Scott's, all he's seeing is, on his screen, he's just seeing a little tie interceptor icon, like seeing the Millennium Falcon. So even though I haven't set on dial, Scott, why don't you show what happens when you reveal your movement dial? So let's say the Falcon was going to move.
I'll reveal the Falcon. So you see it now.
I do. So all of a sudden it turned into an actual movement dial, and I see that you're moving 3 forward?
Yep.
Okay,
so I'll go ahead and grab a move dial, or grab a straight, and I'll put that on the map, and then I line up the moves.
Scott, I've got my hand open. Let me go back. So you can see here, let me zoom in again. Scott has taken his movement template, and he's got it in the front groove of the Falcon, and now he's going to actually move it. So you can see, I'll make it even bigger just so it's more obvious. If you look on, if we Biggs here, you have the notches for the movement dial. And so Scott took Lando, he put him on the front of the movement dial, or the movement template, and now he's moved forward. So that's how you actually move guys. So what this big? Why don't you do Biggs' move just so people can see it from start to finish?
Okay, so I will reveal. He's going 4 forward. And out. And there he is. He's moved up. And I'll just go ahead and move all of the guys. The rookie is also just moving forward.
Great.
That's pretty much it. It's very easy. To do, it's Shift A. So I'm going to focus with him. Big has F2. So zoom really close on him. You'll see a little droid.
I think Biggs and Rookie reversed. Scott.
I do.
Biggs is up top, but not that it really matters.
Yeah.
So
and then
take focus off Biggs and then give him the.
Well, I'm going to give Biggs a focus, so I'll give Biggs the droid as well.
Okay.
That's all action. If you notice, he has 2 actions on him. He has this and the droid.
That looks great. And what's Lando going to do for his action?
Just,
Okay. So in the interest of time, just so you don't have to wait for us to move everything up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 2 TIE fighters. I'm going to take Winged Gundark and Next. And I actually need to turn these guys around because they're facing the wrong way. So I'm going to highlight him, and much like with the
if you highlight both of them, you can rotate both of them at the same time.
Oh, okay. And then due to rotate, it's just the arrow keys, right?
Yeah.
So, wow, synchronized movement. Just on patrol. Like, holy moly! It's the Millennium Falcon and 2 X-Wings. So, I'm going to zoom in here. So, let's say this guy's over here. Let's make it a little more dynamic. And this guy's over here. So, they came in from opposite sides of the board, and I'm going to give my guy an action. So I'm going to say, I'm going to do it a different way. I'm going to highlight the menus. I'm going to give him Shift A. I'm going to give him a focus, and then here, if I do Shift A twice, I'm going to give Winged Gundark, or no, that's the Beast. I'm going to give him an evade. So let's say it's that time, and we're going to fight.
All right, so Falcon's on 7. He has 360-degree firing arc. I will do right. So it shows me the range that they're in. So both of your guys are in range 2. I'm going to shoot at Night Beast.
So because Scott is because I'm the one sharing my screen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the dice window here just so people can see it. So Scott would be doing this on his screen, but I've got the dice window here. So fire at Night Beast, you said?
Yeah, so it's 3 attack dice, so I'll go ahead and roll dice. Oh, gotta select it.
So, and you got 1 hit.
Yeah, not a very good roll, but that's how it goes.
So I'm going to get Ant to evade that. So I've got an evade token, or evade action. I've got 2 more X-Wings that are going to shoot at me. So I'm agility 3, so I'm gonna highlight and click on roll thrice. And oh, bad news. So that means I have to use my evade unless I want to take a hit. So I'm going to, how do I remove that? Do I cycle through and it'll remove it?
You cycle through and yeah, it'll get removed.
So Shift A, Shift A, Shift A. Finally, it's gone. So Winged Gundark takes a hit. So how do I mark damage? Sorry.
He didn't take a hit. He evaded it.
Oh, that's right. I used my evade tokens. I am sorry. So now, if we go in initiative order, I think we said I had initiative. So I'm going to be shooting next with either Winged Gundark or Night Beast. So let's see. Let me see firing arc. So I'm going to do Control F. Well, I got pretty much everybody at range 2. So because I'm not in range 1, I can shoot at who I want. Right? I don't have to worry about bigs.
You have to shoot at bigs. It's everyone that's all friends that are within range 1.
Oh, so he's shooting at bigs. So I will turn off my firing arc. I'll bring up the window. Oops. And I'm going to be rolling dice because I'm a TIE fighter. So it's a little hard to see, but it's 1 focus and 1 hit. So I scored 1 on bigs.
Yeah, Biggs has R2, F2, which gives him an extra agility, so he's rolling 3 dice. So evade. So he dodges. Woo!
Okay, so now Winged Gundark is obligated to shoot at bigs. So we're going to do pretty much the same thing. So I'm going to roll 2. Now, I have focus. So what I can do is I spend my focus. Now, is there a way to change that die result, or do I just leave it and we know it's a hit?
I think if you click on it, you can. It's reroll, but we can just. I know it's a hit. You just spend your focus, so you have 2 hits. Something you just, if we weren't talking over Skype, we could, we would just put out, I spend my focus, and so it's 2 hits. So now, big roll for defense. I will spend my focus. I will take 1 hit, so I will remove 1 of my shields for bigs.
And so how do you do that?
In my hand, I remove 1, and on bigs, reduced his shield by 1. So you should see on bigs, it says 1 instead of 2.
Yeah, so I'm highlighting bigs right now. On set stats, we can see shield is Alt Control S.
Yeah.
Doing that has ticked down shield by 1, so bigs took 1 hit. So now I get feel the pain, and bigs and the rookie are going to shoot back.
Okay, so let's see. Range 2, I just want to check the rookie now. Firing arc. Yeah, so it's going to be range 2 for both of them. So I'll start with Biggs. He's going to shoot at Night Beast. It's 2 hits.
Okay, Night Beast. I'm going to right click on roll 3 defense dice. Oh, evade 1. 1. So I take 1 damage. So I click on Night Beast and set sets. The hull is Alt Control H, but I'm just going to pick it here since I've got the menu up. You're going to see my yellow hull value go from 3 to 2. Boom.
Yep. I never changed. His action would have been a focus. So roll his 3 attack dice. And spend his focus. So it's 2 hits.
Good thing you did. And that was a Night Beast again?
Yep.
Okay, so a Night Beast is going to roll his 3 defense dice. No! I got nothing. Because I spent my evade token and I don't have focus. So, Night Beast, you are going down in a blaze of fail.
And
I'm going to, for the sake of completeness, I'm going to decrease my hull to 0.
Can teach, and you can just do that a couple times, and boom, boom.
And I delete him because he is gone. See ya, Night Beast.
And that's sort of the basics to combat and starting up a game.
All right, I think this pretty much concludes our tutorials. I've gone through how to install Vassal, how to set up your squads, how to do some maneuvers in combat, and once it's really the squad building and getting everything in the right place that's time consuming, but because of the way that Scott has gone statted out all the hits, that's going to save you some major time. So even though you might need to spend a little time studying up on the actual keyboard shortcuts to make your pieces and having your your actions showing properly, once you get the hang of that, you'll be able to have really fun, fast-moving dogfights with X-Wing.
This was fun.
All right. So thanks for watching this series, and we hope to see you on Vassal and testing at you soon.